You talking about don't lean on
No,
your
don't
boobs?
lean. No, just don't lie down like you're about to lie down somewhere,
Not
and
in
we're.
that dashiki robe now. If you was in the
Yeah, I'm in my
oven,
dashiki robe. Can you see my dashiki robe?
who you got that from?
I don't remember. Hold on. This pillow is not where I want it to be. Hold on. Just look at you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are
Oh, see, that's better.
live.
That's better. That's really
You know,
supporting my
usually when
back.
we come on, everybody just blink, 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 blink. You know, there's one, there's two, there's three, there's four. People just come in and they comment. Vanessa to Tia to, whoever just come in and comment like, we're on live.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Bishop? Bishop's on.
Okay, KB.
KB Bishop.
How you
We call
doing?
him Bishop Chucktown. Cuz Love is on.
That stuff is on.
Mr. Focus. Stay focused, boy.
Yes, and if you are on Chuck's page, you can also see us on the Lover and Giver Facebook page. Come and follow us. We've only got about 50 little followers over there, but we are happy for the 50 followers. Come on, and you'll be able to see the videos there as well, plus a whole bunch of them that we have. What are we going to talk about today?
Today is Buck's birthday. Our son
Yeah, let's talk
turns
about
8
that.
years
8
old
years
today.
old. Woohoo!
Yep. So it's his birthday. Later on today, we're up here in Grilltown, so we'll be, having a little, she like to say barbecue, Will Smith type.
Cookout. What are you going
But
to call it? What are you
grill
call
out, we're going to be on the
Grill
grill,
out.
keeping it real, grill out, whatever you want to call it. We're going to throw some burgers and hot dogs and a little bit of water.
Water?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid? Oh, yeah. Birthday punch.
Soda. Yeah.
Your eyes got big all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You need to.
But anyway, we're going to throw down
You need
for
to be
Buck's
crazy.
birthday. For Buck's birthday today. You're welcome. You want to come through and show him love.
Yeah, show them love.
Sunday at the Conversation Piece, we're going to be celebrating Judy's birthday, which is next Thursday, the 27th. We're going to celebrate my mama's birthday, which is that Monday, the next day. And then we're going to celebrate Buck's birthday, which is
all
today.
of us 3 days apart from each
3
other.
days
So
apart from
literally
each other.
within a week, you've got 3 birthdays. And so we're going to do an all-together celebration at Conversation Piece. And let me put this back over here. And yeah, you can come out for that too. We're just going to, hopefully family will come. And we're just going to have a good time sitting around, talking, eating, listening to great poetry. Yeah.
Snap your fingers and do your step. Because we could do it
You know
all
what?
by ourselves. Everybody just saw.
I've never been a very good snapper, so it's going to be kind of interesting when I might still clap.
Blues, National Poet Blues.
Yeah,
will
Blues
be
is
in
going to
the
be
building.
there, our headlining poet.
Yeah, I'm
We're
so
excited about
I
that.
just can't hide it.
But we're going to talk about something completely different.
Crabs in a barrel. Call my man Harold so he can come up and hit you just with the barrel.
What?
12 gauge shotty. Everybody from Lottie Dottie back in the day from the 80s that can't fade me. Call me crazy.
Yeah.
But better yet, I'm so lazy. Laid back. Like I was up on a sack. Cadillac. I'm from North Cackalack. Cock it back.
Really?
Don't know how to act. Word up. For real, for real. For real, for real.
You're just so silly. I love it when he does that little rap thing. I'm like, what? What is that? Anyway, we're talking about crabs in a barrel.
Yeah. Hold on.
I don't name names. I don't, because it's not important about the name. It's about the issue. And somebody who I know, and I actually have not really, if I've met her maybe once or twice. I don't know her. But she mentioned to me that she's really kind of aggravated because she's in the business of helping other people and she's looking for people to collaborate with. And now she's saying that it's difficult. She don't know if she want to collaborate with people anymore because that seems the new way to come in and then form competition with you. And I'm sitting there like, okay, wait, collaboration is the new way to compete? What? How did that happen? And basically, the story that she's telling is, people are like, oh, yeah, we want to work with you. We want to be part of what you want to be a part of. We're all doing the same thing. They get into your circle, and basically it's to steal the information, steal your context, steal your network, da, 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 da. And then they're competing either ideas, events. So instead of everybody coming together, they're just spies in your organization.
But wouldn't that be... wouldn't people be able to see through that if those people wasn't original? I look at it and I get exactly what you're saying. It's just like the Wyatt family, right? Okay, so Bray Wyatt has a group called the Wyatt family, and he has secrets. If Buck was here, he'd tell me Sister Abigail. Sister Abigail is his master, I guess. She plays the devil or whatever. That nobody knows.
You're not talking about wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
So nobody knows who Sister Abigail is. They just know that he's talking to a certain spirit. So they think he's crazy. She sends him so many messages. She makes him do different things within the spirit. And he just listens to
sounds demonic.
Whatever she does. Yeah, he has a demonic spirit. So Daniel Bryan, which I explained before, Daniel Bryan kept trying to figure out Bray Wyatt because Bray Wyatt's real strange. Now, Bray Wyatt is Mike Rotunda's son. If you ever heard of IRS,
Come to the
Mike
point.
Rotunda's father. Bray Wyatt is Mike Rotunda's son. And Blackjack Mulligan's grandson. But anyway, he has so many secrets under Sister Abigail. So Daniel Bryan never could beat him. And so Bray Wyatt was like, well, if I beat you, then you'll have to join my team or whatever. He made him give up and join the team. So Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton did the same thing. So Daniel Bryan got up and Daniel Bryan joined his team, right? Daniel Bryan joined his team, and for like a month straight, what's up, cuz? A month straight, Daniel Bryan kept, just doing whatever Bray Wyatt told him to do from Sister Abigail. So when they got in a steel cage, it was Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan against somebody, and they trapped like the rest of the Wyatt family. Daniel Bryan had it to where the rest of the Wyatt family couldn't get in the cage, and when he had them alone, he started beating them up because the Wyatt family couldn't get in. So he basically, what he was doing was he was getting all types of secrets. Bray Wyatt didn't give him all the secrets, but Bray Wyatt gave him some secrets that Daniel Bryan thought that he could conquer in order to beat Bray Wyatt, and he did it. So that's where you're getting to. You're getting to people joining people.
We come back around to the point. Here we go.
People joining in powerful forces in order to find out information to where they could benefit.
Well, I mean, hey.
What's up, Magic? Yeah, baby.
Magic. We looking forward. We're looking forward.
Yeah, baby.
Well, basically, I was talking about some other experiences I've had where I came to Charlotte gung-ho ready to join and partner, because that's the background I came from. New York and Baltimore came with the attitude that, we're stronger together. We do this. And but I've just heard some horror stories. I mean, between hers where people are coming in to say, we're working for the same thing, and then off they go with either all your contacts, your networks, or or they have a competing event. I've literally seen people do competing events on the same day. And I've had conversations with another friend of mine, and she does vision boards, and she'll say, Judy, I'll have this conversation, and the very next week I'll see a Facebook event that sounds word for what she told the person. And so, it just really, it's an epidemic. And I'm not going to say just here in Charlotte, but I live here in Charlotte and I see it. And it's just ridiculous because, especially, and I'm going to go there, especially in the communities of people of color, especially for those who are talking about, we want to increase African-American business, Black business. We can't do that. We only make up, what do we make up? We don't, is it 13% of the population? It's something really, we're not even half here. So the last thing you need is that you're not even going to be able to get together to do something. Everybody's talking about, just, my skin folk ain't my kinfolk. I don't care what you do. But the thing of it is the crabs in the barrel mentality really keeps good, fresh ideas from growing. They really do. And, what ends up happening after a person has gone through that is now they do less collaboration. They give out less information. They become very secretive about their network. I lost a friend over the fact that, I saw a mutual friend that we had, and he was also friends with a couple of other friends that I had. So I sent him a friend request, and I got this little nasty inbox message of, well, how do you know so-and-so? I'm like, well, just happens to be a person here in Charlotte that I've met on 2 other occasions, plus he knows several friends as well as you. Well, I don't like that because you are all in my network.
And that's why people
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Who has time, if they're really about doing something, and she should have known that's what I was about, doing something, has time to go through your friends list and cull from your friends list this person, that person? It's outrageous. It's totally outrageous. Well, she unfriended me. And I mean, I don't wish anybody any harm, but I don't see what they're doing because the sad part is you can't allow yourself to become too defensive because of that crabs in the barrel mentality. You can't.
Well, the thing about it is there are 2 ways that you can look at it. You can look at it as crabs in a barrel, but then you can look at it as you inspired that person to go to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't always...
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
Yeah.
That's true. And
so,
go ahead.
You can look at it as that they took some stuff that you done, they seen some creation. Now, there are 2 things. They could keep it the same or they could grow it. And so the thing about it is I think it's a problem when you don't acknowledge or give credit where credit is due from where you came, from where you got the ideas from.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Because even my worst enemies, if it wasn't for certain people within my life that did certain things to me, and I could say Katera Keitha, from that point, it wouldn't be no single saved and serious. So the ideas that Keitha gave me, I took it beyond measures. So if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to do different things from her ideas. If it wasn't for New Beginnings Community Church, there would be no single saved and serious, because there would be no Christian lounge experience. Because I took some of their some of the stuff that I saw them doing when me and Katera were married, within the cliquish married couples. I took some of those ideas and went off with the Christian lounge experience. So I think, with that being said, I think that if you are taking ideas from people, or if you are planning on expanding those ideas, you give credit where credit is due. That's not crabs. That's not being a crab in the barrel.
Well, we don't
but
want
when
you
you
to
take
be,
off, when you take off and go off, and you don't acknowledge people, it's just like these hip hop heads saying, the old school hip hop is saying, nobody's giving them credit, nobody's acknowledging who they are from today's society. But that's true, because you look at it even today, they don't know that they're taking the ideas from the old school hip hop heads, but the old school hip hop heads, the one that created hip hop, Grandmaster Flash, Melly Mel, all the New Yorkers, basically the New Yorkers that created hip hop and took it to the block or whatever. If it wasn't for them,
There we go.
there would be no hip hop. And I feel that the South has a big problem, acknowledging hip hop, acknowledging where hip hop came from. So I kind of understand the crab in the barrels theory, but the thing about it is, another way you can look at it.
It goes a little bit deeper, but go ahead.
Another way you can look at it, if somebody's pulling you down, trying to pull you down, that means you're up. So
I mean, they can't pull you down from above you.
Yeah,
that's the truth, anyhow.
So
they can't.
They can't pull you down from above you. So that's happiness. That's something that you should be grateful for. That somebody just sees you at a certain level that you don't even see yourself.
Well, I mean, it can be disheartening, but I want to tell those people that it's happening to just, like you said, be encouraged, because first of all, you have the original idea. And what I believe very, very firmly is if God gives you an original idea, it's got nuances and parts to it that other people just listening to the retelling of an idea don't have. They will go out from among you and try to create or recreate, the idea that God gave you, and they won't be able to do it to the level. They can attempt to say, well, I'm going to make a name for myself with what I've taken from you, but they won't to the level because God gave the idea to you. So yes, I want to encourage people to realize that if God gave you something, people say, oh, you got to be careful who you tell things to. Oh, you got to be careful. I always say, go ahead and shout it from the rooftops. 90% of the people are too lazy to even do anything but see whether you're going to do it or not. That 10% that might take it, they're not going to do it to whatever God imparted to you. And they're still going to have to look at you to see the next thing to do. Because remember, if somebody takes your idea, they're like, okay, well, I did this part. And they have no idea that like when we first started Single, Saved, and Serious, where were we? You were sitting in bread and kebab with, little pieces of paper.
Yeah.
And you and I got together and began to brainstorm. And all of a sudden, there was documentaries, there were panel discussions, there were forums, so then there was the CLE, the Christian Lounge experience that came out of that. Then there was the single parent forum. It was as if that one idea, what did you used to say, that was my one loaf of bread?
You used to make the loaf of bread.
I used to make the analogy that he had one loaf of bread, that was his one idea, and he was very protective of that idea. And God laid it on my spirit one day to tell him that it may be a loaf of bread, but you don't know how many slices are coming out of that loaf of bread. And now we've got SSS Media and Management. We've got Kingdom Networking Group. We've got the CLE, of course. We've got, we haven't even started talking about the books, the plays. There's so many other things that have come out of that one thing. And so, I'm here to encourage anybody. Yes, there is this whole crabs in the barrel. Yes, you've got people who are literally looking for what they can steal and take. And
because I used to think you used to steal my friends, right? But I just know that I used to think that.
Oh, back in the day, you'd be like, you don't know that person.
Yeah, but this is my thing. Really? I realized that you wasn't trying to steal them. You was just trying to keep a close eye on me. That's all you was trying to do. So, I really didn't take, when I really figured that out, that, you was just trying to keep a close eye on me.
Really?
And, just to make sure that nothing was going on with those people.
No, I was just talking to people.
Because you was paranoid.
I was not paranoid. I was focused, but I was not paranoid.
Yeah, you were focused on me. But, no. But, one thing about it is, why would you worry about, that's just like, You remember when we were kids and
Here comes another story.
one person in class, like you would have a classmate or you would have somebody that just moved in the neighborhood from New York or somebody who just came in school and, you know, they'd hang around you all the time and just be around you like a niche. And then, ain't that the right word for it?
I don't know what you meant.
Well, I
but no,
don't know,
I don't think
but
so.
hang around you left and right and always wanting to be around and find out who your people are. And then next thing you know, they find out your people. Y'all get close. And then next thing you know, they run off.
They try to
And
run off with your friends.
yeah, Big Pat on the line. Big Pat on here.
Hey.
But Big Pat, you took him to the thing for D.
Oh, is that Pat?
Yeah, Big Pat.
Pat, how you
took him to
doing,
the
man?
airport.
Don't
But,
forget about us now.
But you remember, like, I had a
Yeah,
my brother
they
is
would
like
be your
that.
friend just to get all your other friends.
Yeah, and they'll
And
steal
then
all your
they
friends.
would steal your friends. And really appreciate you too. We appreciate you too. I enjoyed my time with you. We were having a good time. Yeah, so we, but that happens. But see, this is my thing. And this is where I was writing on somebody's post again today. They were talking about, you shouldn't worry about these things. God, everything you need is inside of you. And they meant well with what they were saying. But I had to say no, because sometimes we know we're inadequate. We know we don't have everything. But when your self-confidence connects with God confidence, then it just flows. Because you know that you are a resource, he's the source, and as long as you're connected to the source, you can keep on going. So I don't get worried about stuff like that, because I know if I have a friend, and if they're truly a friend, and see, this is the thing, people are scared. They're worried about who they connect to because they're not sure of the motives, the intentions, and the agendas behind the friendship. That's really what this crabs in a barrel thing is about. People are really like, I don't know why you're here. Why are you smiling in my face? You remember I told you, and I can mention her name, Joyce Sincere, very dear woman who runs a wonderful, they do a supporting entrepreneurs, ESC groups. And the first time I got to know her, and I started plugging what she was doing, and I was smiling in her face, and she looked at me like, what do you want? And it took a whole year of me just being me, friendly, talking, hey, what you got going on? Hey, have you guys talked to Joyce? For her to realize, Judy don't want anything. So now we're tight. But it took a year for her to figure out, what do you want? And I think what we're doing, what we're seeing a lot of...
You a good one.
Huh?
You a good one. Because somebody would have came off on me like that the first hand. Let me tell you something.
What?
Let me tell you something. One thing about the king, I'm sorry. One thing about the excitement.
The excitement.
The excitement. I'm sorry about that. One thing about the excitement is that if I have a motive, it's open. So if I have anything to get out of you, you gonna know it.
But that's the problem. Crabs in a barrel, you don't know what their motives are. They come saying, I'm hands on deck. I'm here to help you get where you gotta go. We're going in the same direction. Two are better than one. And those people are not doing that. See, when you say you using somebody, they know they've been used.
Yeah, you got to.
And it's usually a beneficial for both you and the person.
People are going to benefit off of anything that I do, as well as I'm going to make sure that I benefit off of anything that I am a part of. Mm-hmm. That's why I promote whatever you have me to be a part of. I'm going to benefit somewhere out of it. I told Judy that a long time ago. But the thing about it is...
that's something you can tell people is, because we don't know the agendas and the purposes and the intentions of everybody, make sure you get a benefit out of it. Make sure that if this person leaves out, with your contact list, you leave out with something too.
Yeah,
I think sometimes...
And it ain't always got to be monetary. It ain't always got to be about money. It could be a
contact list. It could be, a connection that you need. Make sure you're getting something out of it, because a lot of times, especially in the outreach industry, especially in nonprofits, we're givers. We want to give and we want to see everybody do better, but we don't make sure that we take care of ourselves or our organization in order to increase. So, since we cannot get rid of the whole spirit whatsoever of crabs in a barrel, we have to make sure that we benefit from any connection, put it out there up front. So what are you bringing to the table?
And if you got a relationship with God, you ain't got nothing to worry about those crabs. Because God gonna stop it. If anything, God will stop it even before it happens.
Well, I remember when that person cut me off, and I was feeling like, you know what, Lord, I really thought that was going to be my way in. And what did I tell you this morning? That when we were first talking about this, that I've tried to connect with a bunch of people here in Charlotte regarding my passion, which is people with disabilities. Try to connect. Either the people passed away, and I'm not joking, at least 2 of them passed away, or they were they're too sick, or let me see, that takes care of about 2 other people, or they just sort of like, no, I don't want to, never mind that we're fighting for the same thing. They would be like, never mind, I just want to push on my agenda and what I'm doing. And I got very, very frustrated. I've been here 7 years. I have not been able to, I've done a couple of events last year, and that was it. As far as, really doing what I want to do. I've got 9 initiatives, and only 1 of them has really been able to be realized. And so I got really discouraged because I felt like, I keep trying to attach myself to people, and people either die, get too sick, or they just don't even see me. Like this last person